What message is Jerry sending?
He's not playing. This is it for Dak Prescott. This could very well be his last year in Dallas. That's what the hell he's saying. And keep Swagoo up on the screen because I want to see his face when I'm saying this. And I want to see Molly Q's face, too, when I'm talking to her because I want to announce to America yesterday, you know, she was fresh off of vacation. She had ample time off during the summer. And I thought I was going to receive some love.
It was very relaxing, Stephen.
Swagoo, I thought I was going to receive some love. You know what I'm saying? I thought, she missed me. She's coming back on set with me. She was going to be nice. And in the first segment of the show, she interrupts me, okay, to come at me because she felt that I was giving Jerry Jones a pass. And what did I say to America? Mm-hmm. I said my man Jerry Jones isn't playing around. Now, I know I troll the Cowboys because they are truly the most disgusting, nauseating fan base in American history, and I can't stand Dallas fans, but it's a love-hate relationship. It's all in fun. We all know this other stuff. I signed autographs, I take pictures with them, and I troll them all at the same time. Everybody knows how we roll, but it's all love. But when it comes to Jerry Jones, but here we go. But when it comes to Jerry Jones, seriously, that's my buddy right there. I mean, the man knows me. We talk. You understand what I'm saying? I kind of know him. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not joking. I'm not trolling. He's not playing. He's not playing. Listen, he's not getting any younger. He understands he's looking at his own mortality, not just football mortality. And here's where the proof is, Swagoo. Let me throw this at a lot of people out there because I don't want people to confuse it, acting like Dak Prescott, we coming off like he's some scrub. He can't play. Dak Prescott can ball. We know the brother can play, and we know in all seriousness he's a good. Clearly, Dak Prescott wins regular season games. Clearly, he produces. Clearly, he's not a scrub. So why in God's name would Jerry Jones come out there like this? Announcing to the world he didn't even consult with anybody. He didn't even tip him off. He didn't even text him and let them know he had traded for Trey Lance. And then unsolicited, he brings up the fact that Jalen Hurts, that's somebody he would have drafted. You know why he's doing that? He's saying, I'm tired of this. I understand what we're doing during the regular season. That ain't why I'm paying this brother this money. That's not why I'm sitting there and I built this franchise to be. We got our business handled. We worth over $10 billion. Forbes magazine has recognized us as the elite brand in all of sports, okay? This is what we're bringing to the table. None of that is enough for me anymore. I got that handled. What I can't do is get on the field and play behind center and produce. I need you to do that. I need Mr. McCarthy, who wanted and insisted on calling plays for the first time in 6 years, for crying out loud, since he was doing it in Green Bay. Okay, y'all wanted that? You got it. Dak, you wanted your money? Here it is. McCarthy, you wanted control? Kellen Moore's gone. Here it is. You better get it done. You better get it done. He's not playing, and I don't blame him one bit.
Oh, you get on my damn nerves. Because what you just said is absolute foolishness, all right? We understand that. Listen to what I'm saying, man. You talking about Jerry Jones and what he did. We know Jerry Jones want to win a Super Bowl. We've been saying this since the damn show, the inception of First Take. We've been saying Jerry Jones want a Super Bowl and he want to do all of this. Stephen A., we're not talking about the movie, mate. We're talking about how you go about doing it. Now, do you think this is the best path to try to win a Super Bowl? Do you think that this is the best way to try to motivate Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy to win a Super Bowl, which you say is his ultimate goal? See, here's the problem. This is why, and you just did it too. You give Jerry Jones a pass because Jerry Jones wants to win. How you go about winning? If you said Jerry Jones tired of it and Jerry Jones want to get it done, well, why don't you go out there and try to get Aaron Rodgers then? Why don't you go out there and try to get a quarterback where you know that has proven he can play at a very high level in the playoffs? See, this is why I get pissed off when we have this conversation. Because go and get Trey Lance didn't do anything for your football team to help them actually win games this year. All it did was some ploy that everybody's talking about to motivate Dak Prescott. Whatever you think that Trey Lance is going to do for the psyche of Dak Prescott is false. It's not going to do that. Dak Prescott has been about his business. He's been trying to win these playoff games. He detached his damn ankle and came back the next free agent acquisition.
Well, first of all, to show you how fair-minded I am, I don't like the fact that he lost out on Amari Cooper. I don't blame Dak completely for the struggles that they had last year, because when you let go of your number one receiver, which Jerry Jones elected to do, it compromises the success of Dak Prescott. You got cats, the timing on running routes and stuff like that is a bit off. That contributed to him throwing a league-high 15 interceptions last year, even though he missed 5 games. I'm fair-minded. I get that. But what I'm saying to you is this. No, I don't have any specific moves that he has made outside of the draft. What I can tell you, however, is this. The roster that has been assembled by the Dallas Cowboys there have been several seasons over the last 6 years or so where we looked at the Dallas Cowboys and said, they're a Super Bowl championship contender. And they can't even win a damn divisional playoff game. Now, come on now. Now, that's not fair. Now, you got to be fair like that, Mark. You got to be fair like that.
No, let's be fair. Let's be fair. I agree with you. We have said that. And most of that is acquiring through the draft. Stephen A., let me ask you this question, because this is why I love having this conversation, because people get stuff misconstrued. Let me just point out some things, and then I want to hear your reaction to this.
Sure.
The Philadelphia Eagles went out and traded for A.J. Brown. Do you think that made a difference in their Super Bowl run?
Big difference.
Big difference. When the Kansas City Chiefs, after 1 year being in the Super Bowl, saw that we need to revamp and retool our offensive line, didn't they go spend $100 million on an offensive line?
Correct.
When we saw the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow damn near get killed in Cincinnati, didn't they go out and retool an offensive line as well? We saw them.
No, I mean now we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do this year. But last year, that offensive line They rebuilt
their offensive line, though, after all of those sacks in the playoffs.
Right.
They rebuilt their offensive line. Right. My point is this, Stephen A. My point is this. Jerry Jones made a trade for Trey Lance. I'm going to go back to what I said. Trey Lance ain't going to help the Dallas Cowboys do nothing. Trey Lance is going to help bring on these conversations that we having now about the turmoil that exists. What I don't like is that you attributed Jerry Jones to being tired of not getting to a Super Bowl. The honesty is Jerry Jones has not made the moves that we've seen Super Bowl contenders make based on free agency and trades in order to put them in the best position to win football games and get beyond a second division round in the playoffs.
All right. Well, here's my retort to that. First of all, to buffer your point about Jerry Jones, again, I'm going to be fair-minded and hold him accountable. When you think about Amari Cooper and the connection that he had with Dak and his role with the Dallas Cowboys, to lose him, all right, because you're trying to shave money, that was problematic. I got that. I'll take you a step further.
Okay.
Did you know that Jerry Jones hasn't drafted a quarterback in the first round since Troy Aikman in 1989? Hasn't drafted the quarterback. And Trey Lance now has arrived, so you got a first-round pick at the quarterback. By the way, nobody has brought up this as an aside. Mm-hmm. Nobody has brought up this nugget. This is Kyle Shanahan we're talking about that essentially gave up on Trey Lance. This is Kyle Shanahan. I mean, this man right here is considered the creme de la creme in terms of offensive minds. For him to give up on Trey Lance should be a red flag. That ain't just about Brock Purdy, particularly when you lost 4 quarterbacks due to injury in one season last year. If anything, you want to hold on to him. So the fact that he was willing to let go of Trey Lance, I get that. That should be cause for concern, and I get all of that. What I'm saying in defense of Jerry Jones is this. You can make the argument, as you did, Philly, Kansas City, Cincinnati. Those are cats that were knocking on the door. You're talking about a Super Bowl champion. You're talking about a Super Bowl champion. You're talking about a Super Bowl runner-up. You're talking about AFC championship. What I'm saying is that the Dallas Cowboys, assembled by Jerry and Stephen Jones, should be good enough to win a damn divisional playoff game over the last 6 years. They have not done that, Swagoo. Come on, bro. Be fair, man.
Can I just say one thing? Let me say one thing, Swagoo. Hold up, before you respond. First of all, as far as Trey Lance, Stephen A., we don't really know what Trey Lance is. He's had 2 starts. One was the monsoon game against the Bears, and the second one, he broke his ankle. So,
Molly, I didn't say that. What I said is Kyle Shanahan, because of his reputation.
Yeah.
If he's willing to part ways with Trey Lance, we can't ignore that. That's all I said.
Marcus, I just have one thing I want to ask you. One thing, hold up. One thing I want to ask you. Just give me a one-word answer here. Who's the bigger impediment to the Dallas Cowboys winning a Super Bowl, say, these last 8 years? Is it Dak Prescott or is it Jerry Jones and his decision-making?
Jerry Jones. Listen, if I'll take you a step further, Stephen A. Obviously, you got to give blame to the players. Like, we all know that. But let's be honest with each other, okay? We all been sitting on this show and we've been watching this league and the developments in this league. Stephen A., the Los Angeles Rams traded away a Super Bowl quarterback in Jared Goff to go get another quarterback that they thought would win the game for them. They traded and gave away picks and acquired people to go to a Super Bowl and won one. I'm not talking about what's happening to the Rams right now. For all of these damn years, we come on TV and we talk about the Dallas Cowboys are positioning themselves to win a Super Bowl. The league has been telling us that they need to do more. That's what the league has been telling us. But I'm not refuting that.
But see, I'm not refuting that, and that's what respectfully.
So this is not helping them.
Hold it. I got that. What I'm saying to you is respectfully, with all due respect, you're being slick. And here's the reason why, Marcus. Because again, I understand what you're saying about the Super Bowl. I get that. What I'm saying is, look at the roster that was assembled and explain to me why you can't even get to an NFC title game in 27, 28 years. Come on, bro.
Well, the
they
coaching
had the talent to do that.
Stephen A.
Stephen A. The coaching has to do that. Can I just say one? Hold on. One other thing, Marcus. Marcus, let me say one other thing. Would this have been done to Tony Romo? Like, would Jerry have said this or done this with Tony Romo?
He drafted Dak in the 4th round.
Yeah, 4th round is very different than trading for a top pick.
What person on the planet roared about the treatment that was different for Dak Prescott compared to Tony Romo more than me?
Yeah.
You did.
I'm that guy.
You did.
I talked about the love affair and all of this other. I know you're right about that, but that doesn't negate the fact
that's the point.
That you can't. But yeah, I understand it. I understand it if you're talking about a championship. What I'm saying is, damn, y'all, he's looking at it and going like this. Yo, man, you can't win a damn divisional playoff game.
And so you think the timing's right, though?
No. See, now you being slick.
Hold on.
Now you being slick.
I understand the messaging.
I
understand the messaging, right, of what Jerry's trying to say, like shut up or put up, you know what I mean, shut up or put up. But essentially, what about the timing of it, Stephen A? It's like the season's right about to start. You should be galvanizing.
Molly, hold on one second. Hold on one second, Molly. I'm not letting him get away with that. We're not talking about a damn divisional playoff game. We ain't talking about getting an NFC championship. Every year we get on this TV, we talk about Super Bowl contenders. Dallas ain't been to the Super Bowl. Nobody's going to care until Dallas go to the Super Bowl.
But I'm telling you, you're right. Telling you, you're right. But I'm saying to you, Swaggo, you're right. You're right with what you're saying.
You started this by saying Jerry Jones is tired of losing. He's tired of not. The Trey Lance move ain't gonna make no difference in that.
No. The reason why this has been a subject of discussion over the last 2 days is because it wasn't just the Trey Lance move, Swagoo. It was how Jerry Jones spoke about, I'll do what I want to do. I don't have to communicate.
And see,
I don't have to ask for permission. That's what I'm saying. That's the subject. We know that Trey Lance ain't going to make a difference to things this year.
Let me know what I can ask you a question,
how he handled
Stephen A.
it is the point of discussion.
Okay.
Why did
Stephen
he do that?
Let me ask you this, right?
Yeah.
You're a leader. You're an astute businessman. Yes, I'm invoking you into the conversation again. All right, we're heading into the season. Your quarterback hasn't done enough to get the job done. You feel like your team's loaded. How are you galvanizing your team? How would you get Dak Prescott to go? What do you think is the best way to go about that?
Well, first of all, I want to concede that everybody has a point when they're talking about that may not have been the best way. My retort to that is, if you are Jerry Jones and you've been communicating with this individual and the coach that is presently there, and you think you have done everything else, so you've tried something new here to see if that works, I believe that's within his right to do that and to bring me up, like you said. Molly, I have seen situations. Now, me, I'm a self-starter. I get up, I do what I do. I'm a self-motivator. Now, if there's one thing about me that no one will deny, is my work ethic. Nobody's got to jump start me. I get up ready. That's who I am. I've always been that way. But you do have other people, Molly, that I've witnessed in my career where, dare I say, a boss, I look at a boss and I'm like, damn, do you have to do that? And they're like, yeah, we think we do. And they'll try something that's a bit unorthodox, that's a bit unsavory, that dare you might say, damn, it makes you cringe a little bit and stuff like that. You and I both have seen this, Molly Swagoo. You and I have talked about it, where we've witnessed bosses, and it's not ideal. And it's not normal, and it deviates from what we would label as proper decorum and an ethical approach to stuff. Well, why did they do it? Because they're trying anything before they pull the plug.
Yeah.
We have seen that. That happened.
I just feel like Dak has been so loyal to this franchise, even through the social justice movement, everything that he did for Jerry Jones. I would expect that same kind of respect. And you could conduct this, you could conduct it behind the scenes.
Let's not tell America. Let's not tell America that that doesn't happen. It happens a lot. That's all I'm saying.
Stephen A.
It happens a lot.
Stephen A. and Molly. My whole point is, let's go back to the original point of Jerry Jones not communicating and bringing up Jalen Hurts. My whole point is, we gonna sit on this show and we gonna sit on other shows and we gonna talk and we gonna say Jerry Jones is facing his own mortality and all of this, and he wants to win. This move does not put him any closer to the Super Bowl than him not making this move.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.